Alrighty, you lot, take your seats, settle down. Let's get started early on today, shall we? I understand from Valdremore you are all our new students, or our freshers, some of us might say. I am Arch-Lecturer and Spellblade Oliver, but you can call me Oliver. We aren't too strict here on formalities. But as you are all new students here, either well experienced with your magical abilities, such as our magic bloodline sorcerers, or you are complete novices. Either way, to the eyes of myself and your higher-ups and fellow lecturers, you are all novices. Everyone is on the same playing field, together. Understood? Fantastic. Though, I wonder how many of you understand the complex origins of sorcery, Because that is the topic we are covering in today's split class, before and after your lunch breaks. Without delay, I'd like you all to take out your tomes and take notes and ponder the questions I'll be asking you throughout today's class. Let's begin, shall we? What is magic? What is sorcery? Where did it come from? If not where, then who? These are the questions we, the lecturers and fellow students of Lochwyn, have been asking ever since the creation of this established college. We are not afraid to discuss history no matter how dire it is. We are not people who blot out certain pieces of history to fit our agenda, much like those in the Church of Foxton do. The simple answer is we're not sure where magic came from, but we might have a speculation onto who. Any ideas? No one? I understand. First day nerves and all that music. The speculation many assume is that of the ancient elves, with their ancient ruins that dot all of Thymesia and some parts of our arid empire neighbours within their vast regions of deserts and large dry canyons. In fact, this floating megastructure is an elven ruin too, though I'm sure Valdremore must have mentioned this. Although I don't think he mentioned that it was one of the first ever discovered elven ruins by human hands. The human hands of our grandiose King Enoldus, and his wife. Well, the speculation is that elves are the originators and curators of magic and all sorcery within Icilion. This is somewhat true. The elves did create some form of magics for themselves. In fact, most healing spells that you know of today are originated from the elven capital J.R.R. But not all magic was birthed by elves, though they did use it to create the magnificent structures that you are currently standing in and the brilliant sepulchres that dot most of Lochwyn and some of Valpen. They did indeed perfect magic, but they did not create it. No. We have speculation to believe, from the assistance of our Vossman and Dragonkin lecturers, that the ancient lunar-born dragons are the distributors and originators of magic. I'll give you a brief history of dragons, though I'm sure our Vossman expert Javier will tell you more in detail. That dragons predate the conception of Icilion and its kingdoms. They used to rule this world by themselves. In fact, it is rumored that the first ever deity was that of an elder dragon. Dragons predate all other races, even the ancient elves, by almost 10,000 years, supposedly. And supposedly, these lunar-born dragons inherited magic from an unknown source, but this source was seemingly linked with our moon. Sadly, lunar-born dragons are practically extinct these days, but trying to find a surviving one is extremely difficult due to their prowess with hiding. Though that is simply a mere rumour. We all speculate that lunar-born dragons no longer exist thanks to the Blaze. It seems that the moon and these lunar-born dragons had a synergy, one of pure understanding of the raw magics. And when the time of the elves came, the dragons united with them and taught these small humanoid beings how to use the blessings of the moon. You may have noticed that our heraldry of Lochwyn is synonymous with the moon and the stars, anything to do with the night skies. We have noted it ourselves, and I'm sure that you have in your travels towards this luscious place. That magic seems to flow freely like an ethereal current in the night, dancing weirdly into the wee hours of twilight. It ebbs and flows and seems to energize more frequently during the night. Small rivers of blue, pure mana just circling around through ruins and forests, mountains and rivers. We fear that without these lunar-born dragons and the knowledge of the ancient elves, that this mystery is truly lost to us. Though, I do hope that one day we are able to delve deeper into this mystery of the ancient dragons and ancient elves, and their rather fascinating history regarding the moon and its paraphernalia with magic. Perhaps one day, one of you will grow into one of our head historians here and discover something that none of us had seen before. Or perhaps one of you, or many of you, could even unravel the history and mysteries of the moon. Either way, I wish for all of you to find your nearest text copy of the Elvish Tomes of Magicka, scan through them and understand the methods of magic. Why was it so beneficial to them? Can anyone hazard a guess as to why? No? Oh, come on, I won't bite. I'm not as scary as Valdemar. Fine, I understand. First day nerves. The elves used it to empower their species, giving themselves bountiful health, long lives, practically immortal, beautiful architecture whimsically made by the currents of magic. And they were even able to create their own realm of reality called Schlein. What is... Sorry, my rambling must have got in the way. Now, alrighty everyone. When we come back, you'll be having a guest lecturer, Grayson the Wolf, who's come all the way from Crookedwood and Valpin. I want you to be extra nice to him, okay? He'll be explaining the history of blood magic, and this is very important that you understand this, yes? It's all for your test on Marley next week. Please make sure you read up on Elven history, okay? Great. Brand new students. Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting to see you here, Valdemar.
Yes, I thought I'd come and visit for a second. How are they doing, these blooming flowers, as Charlotte likes to call them?
They seem to be doing well enough. I do fear that some of these students seem to be too ready to learn about ancient history regarding elves, especially some of the half-elves that have come here to learn. I think when it comes to the time discussing the elvish history, we should probably discuss with them if they're comfortable enough to learn about the blaze and the scolding of elves.
For once, Oliver, that seems like a good idea from you. I'm joking. No, but Arnoldus has been speaking to me. You and Irina are going to be discovering a sepulchre. When Grayson arrives all the way from Valpin, you'll be off on a nightly hunt. I hope you enjoy yourselves deep within the bowels of a sepulchre.
Thanks for the warning, Valdemar. I'll be sure to pass on the message to Irina. And make sure Grayson gets to his next class, okay?
Oh, I will. I'll make sure the scoundrel's fine. Make sure that no hexing magic gets towards us. Just like those paladins of Foxton like to praise about.
Yes, unfortunately they do seem to be rather pushing against any kind of magic, especially blood magic.
That is the will of their divine, whatever that is. I'll leave you to it, Oliver. I'll see you whenever you return from your nightly hunt from the sepulchre. Best of luck to you.
Yes. Best of luck to me.